2025, double digits, or something. I had a pretty rough year, I am not gonna lie. 2024 was super rocky for me, and I am lucky it wasn't worse. But not all bad, I suppose. Infinite Wealth came out, I'm still alive, and my living situation is pretty good and fair right now. I also got a pretty good group again, so not as much solo content. Just, wow, was it rough channel side. Some personal shit, no channel growth, and having to grapple with some frustration and sadness that came from both of these. But enough about summaries. I want to break down what my plans are, and I want to update on a couple of things currently on my mind while I write the script. So let's talk. First, I want to address this video where I said I might be moving to Colombia. This partly happened. See, my family and I went up to some other family in the state of Georgia. Kinda needed a place to drop off a bunch of things we didn't get rid of, you know? Anyhow, to make a long story short, I was one of the things that got dropped off. This wasn't the original plan, but I'm here now, so are my pets. So now I'm living with other family. At first, this seemed temporary, but hopefully, this will just be what my situation is. Now, while I'm still busy because I'm working, I'm no longer confined, for lack of a better term. No hate to my family, far from it, but I was the backbone of keeping them functioning for too long, despite not being the one paying the bills. I needed this. This is as close to freedom as I can get right now. That's good to my health in all sorts of ways. Now then, the old guard. The old group I used to hang out with, that stuff is done. I'm not going to get into the details, it really doesn't matter, and the privacy of it all should be respected. We've pretty much gone our separate ways, is what you need to know. And you're not likely going to see them in my streams or videos unless the circumstances line up. For me, that's pretty much just the equivalent of the coworkers you don't get along with anymore still being in the same office space as you. And it is what it is. Of course, I don't include Project Helly in this. He's still my bud. We still have each other's backs. But yeah, I'm also not super isolated anymore. I got a good friend group that I feel, well, good about now. And I'm gonna try to keep that tight-knit. It's in everyone's interest. Anyway, channel stuff. I'm still feeling pretty good about weekly videos. The system I have in place makes sure I get one kind of video out a week if I can help it. It's kinda tricky, since I'm still employed as of writing this. But what can you do? Show must go on. Streams are also still random. Sorry. Things are a little different this year, though. I got a beefy motherfucker of a computer that I feel good about. With it, the world is my oyster. There's a lot more I can do for the channel. Not just for my editing, but this expands my horizons for the kind of games I can play. Which is just nice. I still have bits of hardware and software I want to get to make my setup better, so I wouldn't say I feel complete yet. But boy am I getting there. Playthroughs. I'm gonna finally tackle playthroughs like I've been meaning to for a while. I mean, now that I got a mic. I've had one for a while. But now that I have one, my playthroughs can just simply be better. I got a new take on my Yakuza 0 playthrough that I recorded a fine amount for, but it's technically not finished. When I run out of episodes to publish, I'm going to start streaming Yakuza 0. After that, I'll make stream highlights of Yakuza 0 and go from there to finish the playthrough. In the future, all playthroughs are going to be streamed first, then I'll make supercut videos about the playthrough for people to enjoy. I am pretty sure that will be better for everyone. PvP isn't going anywhere, but I also want to tackle different kinds of videos and topics. These will kind of be in the format of my Mark 1 guide, just less pizza tower focused, just me rambling about things I find interesting in PvP of any game, or even more guides, that sort of thing. If this is the year GTA 6 releases, I'm gonna be on it. There's going to be something different though once the online for 6 drops. Well, but I'm pretty sure when. But I'll talk about that in a different video that I'll probably make as the new channel trailer. Lastly, I still want to grow this year. I didn't get anywhere in 2024, truth be told, and that's partly my fault. but I feel good to go. My channel feels like it's reaching people this year already, which is great. I want to get to 2K subs before the halfway point. What did I do to the script? Before I get to the halfway point of the year. If I'm lucky, maybe even 3K? Shooting small, but I need to be realistic. That's pretty much it. I've emptied my mind and opened my heart. Now that we know the plan, now that we know what the situation is, it's time to get back to the grind. So, stay tuned.